in this video, we get first eyes on look at Jean Grey, the Phoenix, and she's freaking incredible. We're first gonna react to the preview trailer, then we're gonna rewind it, break down all of her abilities, and showcase exactly what makes Phoenix tick, and talk about her meta implications going forward. As you're watching, let me know how you feel about Phoenix down below. What tier do you predict she'll be in, and how strong will she be in the meta in your opinion? But let's jump in. Phoenix, let's go. Duelist. My girl Jean Grey.
And I was holding back.
Oh, that damage. Always a fan of Hela and Hawkeye's getting destroyed. That's crazy damage. What the heck?
Turning up the heat.
What the? Okay, she has the transform. She can fly temporarily. Oh my god, she does an insane damage. If left uncontested, she just fries. Can take height, okay. Wait, did that destroy Hela ults? It did. What the heck? Okay, that's insane, actually. I want to break that down. Let's break that down. Okay, so the first thing that we notice with Jean is that her primary is hit scan. And I want you to notice something else. So it has 12 bullets, and every time it does damage, notice the flames that are being added to the targets. These flames are being added. And so how these flames work is it will add 1 flame if it's a body shot, and it will add 2 flames if it's a headshot. And if you get 3 flames, you can see
And I was holding back.
after 3 flames they explode. It does AoE damage, and it does a burst damage, right? So you're getting rewarded for hitting the same person multiple times. You're also getting rewarded for hitting criticals. So very mechanically demanding, and also can have extra burst damage if you can hit some of these skill shots on the same target over and over again. See, like, yeah, you see right there, it exploded here. So if we look here, boom, they have 3 on there, and then they explode here. And looking at this, breaking it down, it looks like she has 2 forms of movement abilities. She has her psychic shift, which allows her to fade like this, and she also has her E ability, which allows her to fly upwards. So which you're going to see in a second right here, which is a flight ability that she cancels very quickly. So she uses it to get high ground. We also see her use it to scale to the right later in the video. But yeah, it gives her movement here. So she has multiple forms of movement. So she's a hit scan character that has extra burst damage potential, high skill, and then also has great movement, great mobility. Not a permanent flight character. We're not entering another flying character meta, but a character that does have the ability to reposition all the time, which makes me think that she's gonna be really hard to flush out of positions. That's one of the things, like a character like Hela, right, doing damage from range. She has 1 fly ability, and it's still really good. This character can move multiple times, take high grounds. Gonna be really hard to flush out.
Cosmic flame.
That's a crazy amount of damage here. And what this ability is this is her alternate fire. And so what the alternate fire looks like it does, it's another form of AoE that will explode. And it looks like it's combining with the markers that you're adding, is what it looks like it's doing. It's a lot going on here. Because as we can see right here, it explodes and then it explodes again. So I think what's happening is it's exploding and adding markers to the markers that are already there, and then exploding more. Or it triggers, if there's 3 markers, it triggers it, is what it looks like. But I mean, look at the amount of damage that is being output here. Just a ridiculous amount of raw damage with this. The primary marks plus the right click AoE, the alternate fire AoE, is just insane. So it looks like a pretty simplified kit. It's just the primary that adds marks that if you get more than 3, it explodes, and then the alternate fire that is more AoE damage that also explodes, which you can kind of combine together. Then you have 2 forms of mobility, is what it looks like. The fade and then the fly. Like here, when they're all grouped up right here, marks on everybody, and then the alternate fire is just like frying the entire team. Like that's just nuts. That's so much damage. What this really looks like is this is a poke character. I think probably could play in dive too, but is super anti-brawl. If people playing close together, they're getting fried, like really fried. You do not want to play close together against this character. It seems ridiculous. And see, okay, so look, this is a combination right here. So we're going into the flight mode, right? The flight mode that we saw take the high ground earlier. They're flying to the right, and in the flight mode, you can use your shift to fade across. So you're able to transverse vertically really quickly and then horizontally extremely fast too. So that's what they're doing. They look at how fast you take this off angle. That's crazy. And then all the marks, then the right click AoE combines together. Look at the burst there. All the marks of the primary, right click AoE, just insane damage. And I'm not gonna lie, this character scares me because this character does a crazy amount of damage. And the thing that scares me about this character is that it's like you just think about, you're getting like hella vibes a little bit. Different levels of AoE, right? Maybe not as much individual burst, but more AoE to massive people, and just really great mobility, insane mobility. Of course, you don't have a CC stun, which I think is probably pretty powerful on Hela, but that's just really strong burst damage. If you take an angle uncontested, you're gonna be frying. And how do you not take an angle uncontested with this character? This character gets to go wherever they want. They get to go wherever they want. Okay, so flying, take the high ground again. Now this is the thing that's nuts to me. Look at this. Look, so the dev said that this destroys all deplorables, like anything that you can deploy. So look, this ultimate cancels Hela ult. It's canceling Hela ult. It's going through Hela ult and canceling it. So you fly by this guy, slam down, kind of like Human Torch, his ability, but you're canceling Hela ults, then you're slamming down. It's canceling the nest, it's canceling this, it's canceling the wall. Like they did this intentionally so we can kind of visually see. It's destroying the walls, it's destroying this, it's destroying the nest. Like, now the question is, and I think this is the case, this probably destroys Rocket Ult too. I don't know, but it probably does. It probably destroys all of Loki clones and Loki totems, which is just insane. Like, what the fuck? If this counters Rocket Ult, wait, it did. Wait, no, it did. It did destroy it. Wasn't that Rocket's? That's the enemy teams, right? Yeah, it did. It destroyed Rocket Ultimate. Yeah, no, it did. It destroyed everything. It destroyed Hela ult. It destroyed Rocket ult. It destroyed group walls. It destroyed the penny mines. That's nuts. That's insane. Chat, that's insane. This is a character that can take an off angle wherever they want because they have both horizontal and vertical mobility. They have long distance damage that's hit scan. They have giant AoE forms of damage, and they have an ultimate that can just create team fight wins because it can counter Rocket ult. It can just burst through Loki nonsense. It can really clear up an entire point. Like you can pave the way through like a penny bunker. That's insane. Like that's incredible. That's an incredible ultimate. It looks like it also adds marks. No, that guy right. Yeah, no, boom. It adds 3 marks. It adds 3 marks. So you can instantly follow it up. Not only is it doing tons of damage, you also go back to where you were. That's an important part, is that you're going back. Because like that's one of the weird things about playing Human Torch is when you slam in, you're kind of too close sometimes. You pop this here, and you're CC resistant here. And I don't even think you can take damage in this state. Maybe I'm wrong, but it doesn't look like you can take damage in this state. And then you slam in, and then you're respawned back to where you were. And now you can just follow up on all the carnage that you cleared the way, you applied markers, you applied damage, and then you could just use your alternate fire, you can use your primary, you can just clean up. I don't know. That's insane. That's insane. This character, okay, chat. I honestly, I cannot imagine this character not being meta. I can't. Like, this character is just nuts. Like, everything about her is insane. Like, I'm so high on this character. It's really incredible. The character does scare me a bit with 275 HP and all that mobility and all that burst. No crowd control, but you don't really need as much crowd. When you can move that much, maybe you don't even need that much crowd control. Really, really crazy character, really phenomenal character. I'm gonna say it now. There's no way that this character is not seeing consistent play. This character is really, really insane, and I'm super excited about it. So anyways, that's my breakdown. Smash the like, subscribe if you enjoyed the content. Let me know if you want to see more videos like this, and I'll see you next time.